right, check this out. This is Ouzo, and it is the drink of Greece, all right? So, as you can see, 42%. It's a strong drink. So, we're gonna pour it in this glass to show you what it looks like. You know, it looks like sort of your typical vodka or any sort of neutral alcohol, but it's actually infused with anise. And this is not really a party drink. This is more for sitting down, having a meze or mezes, different types of food to pick at. It is very strong as it is. Something that... Drop my ice. Nice chunk of ice here that will fit into our little Ouzo cup. And something you're gonna start to see, even with a little bit of ice in there, Ouzo and other drinks that are based in anise, such as Rakı in Turkey or Arak in Iraq, or also Anisados in Spain, is they will start to turn white. With a little bit of ice and also some water, it really basically becomes opaque. It looks like milk. And as you can imagine, it's got that typical sort of licoricey anise or fennel type flavor to it. But why does it turn white? Why does it go opaque? That's the age-old question about anise-based drinks. There's some sort of chemical reaction happening because of the essential oils in anise. They actually are soluble in alcohol. They won't demonstrate themselves. You can't see it. But they're not soluble in water. And so once the water content gets up to a certain level, it starts to manifest in this white look. All right, so obviously this dilutes it a little bit too, so it's not your 42% strong alcohol that you're having at lunch, but it's just something nice to sip on to contrast a bit of the saltiness that we have going on here. Greek dolma, rice inside, grape leaf on the outside, and a bit of tzatziki to go with it. So let's try it with a bit of halloumi. So good. This is one of my favorite cheeses. So we're gonna dig into a little bit of this fish here, a little bit of olive oil. That is so good. They give us this whole bottle, which I'm not gonna finish, but I will bring it with me. One little tip, if you love espresso martinis like me, you can actually make a drink with Ouzo or Rakı or one of these anise-based drinks. Espresso, coffee liqueur, and it gives it just this nice touch. It's a unique botanical version of one of the most popular coffee cocktails out there. But today we're just gonna have it as it is, on its own. This right here is actually one of the oldest Ottoman-era coffee houses that opened in 1885. But they no longer serve coffee. They serve Ouzo, some snacks, and other drinks, of course. It's a popular corner. What I love about this place too is that it hasn't changed all that much since it opened around 150 years ago. So they've actually they have to preserve a lot of the architectural and design elements. And how does that link back to Ouzo? Well, actually, this drink is protected by the EU as a Greek product. So it does have the PDO, the protected designation of origin, because it's so special to the Greeks. Let's get some more halloumi. All right, so I normally wouldn't do this, but I just picked up a frappe.
Thank you so much.
And we were just talking about espresso martinis, so I thought I got a little bit of Ouzo left from lunch, and I wanted to see how it would combine here on the streets of Thessaloniki. So, a little splash, right? We're not trying to get drunk here. Already smells like a nice anise candy. Do a little swirl. Now, it's not exactly an espresso martini, otherwise we would have to shake it, but it does have a really nice foam. That's so good. Fun fact, we are right now just in front of Ataturk's house. He was the founder of the Republic of Turkey, and he was born right here in Thessaloniki back when it was the Ottoman Empire. So, a little espresso martini, or we should call it the frappe Ouzo martini. Cheers. Nice for on the go.